it's this way for you, but I've got my friends always come to the side door. They never come to the front door. In fact, if somebody rings the front doorbell, I know they're trying to sell me something. I want to introduce you to the gentleman that helped to put this thing together for us. I have a doorbell. Come on in, bud. Hey. Have you ever noticed on sitcoms on TV, nobody ever actually knocks, they just walk in the door?
Yeah, it's open house.
You and I were talking about, I think the time and the age has come perfectly. Doorbells shouldn't just be sound.
Right.
Your folks, my dad, getting up in years, my dad wouldn't hear the doorbell.
My parents don't.
Okay.
My
so we're
parents
going to
don't.
show you how they'll know that the doorbell is there. And I like that the tone isn't the usual doorbell. And you can change it around. We'll show you how it works. My garage is not attached to my house. It's far enough away, it's over 100 feet away, that I've had people drive by my garage, I didn't even notice they were there, with this because it's a completely wireless system. There are no wires that you have to cut into the wall with. If somebody rings the doorbell, I'll be able to hear it, but if I've got loud music going on in the garage, or I've got a situation where, like that big bed,
Yeah.
where something's going on that's making a lot of noise, it flashes a strobe. And you can adjust it so it's just a tone, just a strobe, or both together. In my automobile restoration shop, we have a flashing light on the wall that whenever the phone rings, that flashes as well as the tone. And the same thing with our front door. Why wouldn't you want the same type of technology now for your home? And I'd never seen this before. We've got it on the air, by the way, at I think a great price, $29.90.
Well, yeah, because as you said, now you can have someone know what door they're at. Okay, I have that all the time. People show up, they're halfway in my house. I don't even know they're there yet because they go in through the man door, which is beside the garage door, which is right off the driveway.
Right.
That looks like it could be the main entrance, even though it's not. So they're 22 feet in my house. I'd like to know where they are. So now, with the two separate doorbells and separate sounds, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, little dial on the side and allows me to dial up the different things that I want. So if I'm in the 0 dial here, we'll get the flashing strobe. Okay, if I dial it to the second one here, this one, it allows me to go to just the sound. All right, or if I go to the number 2 setting on here, it allows me to hit both the sound and the flashing strobe.
And the batteries are included. They're button cell batteries. You get everything you need for installation. Now, by the way, here's another factor. Because you'll mount, and this is 3M, that's the best tape out there. You'll permanently mount these if you want by the front door, by the back door. But this is still free to roam with you. And I'll tell you why that's important. You gave me an analogy this morning, we were talking. If you've got a newborn baby, when someone rings the doorbell when the baby's napping, you just want to choke them, don't you?
Well, because, yeah, you want that baby to be able to sleep and stuff like that. Well, now you could go ahead and set this to just the flashing strobe, which you're seeing here, all right? So just by turning that off and having the flashing strobe, so now I have it set, you can hear the audible sound, all right? Then you'll see it flash down here, the blue light will flash.
But I can turn off the audible.
Right.
So it's just that flashing, and because you can pick this up and take it with you, you'll know that you've got somebody there. You're down in the basement doing laundry. Our washing machine was always in the basement. There's times when you just don't hear the bell. So at $29.90, this is a user replaceable system. All you have to do is put these up against the outside of the house. Wouldn't it be great to have a doorbell on the back door?
Well, yeah, and have the different chimes so you know, okay, one is the ding dong, they're at the front door. The chimes, all right, they're at the back door. So you know where people are. I also like to use this, Dan, for like a nurse call button, or if you have someone elderly living with you in the home.
Okay,
because
that's a good idea. So give Dad this to put on his bedside table.
That's it.
This I can carry with me. And what's my range?
Well, 200 feet, huge range. So that's a big house. I could be sitting out at my pool and know that the guy up front is delivering the QVC package I just ordered a week ago. Okay.
So we're talking about independence. We're talking about obviously home security. For a lot of individuals, by the way, if you have an apartment, you don't have a doorbell. Think about that.
Right.
Now you can have a doorbell. And the installation is as simple as just 2 screws and you're done. And then you can simply patch that hole when you move. Whether it's going to be for an office environment, a business, that flashing strobe I think is one of the smartest ideas because you're not always in a position where you want to hear the doorbell.
Right.
Or if you've got someone who's a little older, or hearing impaired.
And there we had it set just to where you're hearing the audible sound. So you can go ahead and do that. All right. That's the beauty of it. You get to program this how you want, but you want to have sound and strobe, you can do that. You want to have just strobe,
no
you
sound
can do
at all.
that. But when you have just strobe, it's hard to differentiate which door they're at, but you do know someone is there.
That makes sense. Now again, all of those adjustments come right here.
Yep. Little
just
dial on the side.
Little tiny dial. Now what you are going to need is you're going to need 3 AA batteries, but the button cell battery for your remotes does come with it.
Yeah, it's all right there. So, and as you said, all the installation hardware, whether you want to use the double-sided sticky tape or you want to use the screws. I mean, I have a doorbell that's broken at my house.
I can't replace that.
Well, I can't either because the wire is broken somewhere where I can't see, all right? And for the guy to come out, I said, well, what's it going to cost me? He said, well, just for me to come out and tell you your doorbell's not working is X. I'm like, no, thank you.
I've got an old stone farmhouse. I don't know how old those wires were to begin with. So I'm telling you, I'm clipping the wires and kind of poking them back in there, and we're going with this system. Because I would have no idea how to fix that. Because I don't know where that line is broken as well. And within stone walls, I'm not cutting through those walls to try to get to it.
Well, and think about it. Sometimes the doorbell placed in your home is not where you're at most of the time. So even though you may have a working one, you're not hearing it. Now you can take
That's
this
a good
with
point.
you. This is portable. So if you're
That's a good
downstairs in the
point.
basement doing that laundry, as you said, you know someone's at the door.
Most speakers for doorbells are located in the entryway.
Right.
Well, if I was in the entryway,
you'd know they were at the door.
I would know they were at the door. This makes sense. This way you can take this with you, put it in the basement, put it out in the garage, what have you. The feature of being able to flip the switch and decide what noise you want is nice, but I think that flashing light is a really smart idea for a lot of people.
Well, it is because, as you said, my parents are older. My dad's 85, my mom's 79, okay? They don't hear the doorbell. They can be sitting under it, they don't hear it, all right? They see the flashing light, they know someone is there.
And at 200-foot range, I can actually carry this out to the barn where for the first time I'd know somebody was there.
That's it.
When I'm out working.
Yeah.
I think this is brilliant, bud.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brand new, $29.90. It's the wireless portable